So I'm recording this on Saturday. Hopefully this will be going live tomorrow, Sunday. But yeah. So anyways, as you can notice, there's a few changes. I got a new playmat just because I felt like it was time. This is Nahiri. Yeah, the alternate art from the War of the Sparks series. I got it because the Nisa alternate art from the War of the Sparks series was like 3 times as much. But yeah, from one fire girl to another fire girl. Alright, anyways, so one of the reasons that I got this is because the Throne of, Theros Beyond Death released. And I'm going to be opening up a pre-release pack, which will hopefully produce enough videos so that I get the booster box and booster bundle in time. I also have a theme boost. I have some theme boosters for this, some collector's boosters, and both of the Planeswalker decks on the way. So yeah, basically everything you can get I have gotten almost. So let's begin. So yeah, you'll notice I'm like stupidly careful about this. So alright, so cut that off. I wonder if they'll do the art on the inside again like they did for Throne of Eldraine, but I did manage to get a pre-release pack for that, but I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know. Okay, so all of those, plus that, plus the spin down counter. So alright. Gives you an idea of how to build a deck for the deck builders that this is primarily used for. Got the pre-release pack card in sheath. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. For now, it's just going to stay there. Divider thing. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 packs. So we're going to be opening one of these today. They only have 3 artworks on these. Cerberus, that guy, and the lady from all of the art. So let's see. Alright, the wording on this is easier to read. Contains cards 1 to 254 of TBH. Includes 1 mythic, rare, 3 uncommon, 10 common, and 1 basic land cards. Foil card of any rarity replaces a common in 1 of 3 boosters. Planeswalker, God, and Demigod cards may have alternate frames. Details, wizards, yada. So, yeah, that's easier to read than the Throne of Eldraine was, but we, for now, are just going to put honestly, I haven't actually looked at what the symbol is, but probably something like that. weird masky thing. Alright, they also give you a code for pre-release packs in Arena, which I'm not going to show, but yeah, the other side of this card has the code for that. Alright, so good thing about this being the first pack is there will definitely be no duplicates. The bad thing is this pack may take a while because I will actually have to plan out where cards go in the binder. So I got a greenish, bluish binder because I don't know. I don't really have any binders that are this shade, and just the general coloring of that blue, green, black. Yeah, I went with this. So, alright, let's get started. Oh, I have no place to save these at the moment. Oh well. Actually, I do. Worry about it later. And this pack is opening great. Alright. So, Stampede Rider, number 155. Right, we're already going like 15 pages in. 155. Alright, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 99, 108, 117, 126, 135, 144, 153, 154, 155. Yeah, almost the symbol on the spin down die. Oh. Wow. Alright. Next up is Nyxborn Courser. Alright, 29. One, two, three. Here. Oh. Yeah. Alright, so Stampede Rider. 3 mana, a creature satyr. 2/3 with trample. Beginning of each combat, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, Stampede Rider gets +1/+1 until end of turn. To a satyr, the Stampede is just another kind of revelry. Alright, Nyxborn Courser. 3 mana, Centaur Scout. Storms drove them westward to Ketaphos. Wide plains shimmered in starlight. Centaurs greeted them, offering gold-hued apples and grain cakes. The Caliphi, and the creature is 2/4. Next up is Vexing Gull. 79 should be right here. Xing goal, creature bird, flash, flying, 2/2. May the skies be clear of gales and gulls. Malician prayer. Alright, aspect of manticore. I'll worry about that later. Alright, 127, 81, 90, 99, 108, 126, 127. Aspect of Manticore, 3 mana, an aura, flash, enchant creature. When Aspect of Manticore enters the battlefield, enchanted creature gains first strike until end of turn. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0. Alright. Moss Viper. Uh, 179. 55. 62. 71. 180. 179. One mana, a snake, death touch, 1/1. Nilia watches over all the creatures of the forest except for the snakes. Blessed by Farika, they can take care of themselves. Alright, Scavenging Harpy. Uh, 114, 27, 126, 117, 16, 15, 14. Uh, 3 mana, Harpy, flying. When Scavenging Harpy enters the battlefield, exile target card from an opponent's graveyard. Desecrating the dead is a convenient way for harpies to expand their foul collections. Revoke Essence. $34. So that's 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 mana, sorcery. Exile target artifact or enchantment. The time has come for us to throw off the chains of tyrannical gods and antiquated superstitions. Tekaya, disciple of Uramides. I totally butchered that name, so moving on. Arena Trickster. Which goes right in front of Aspect of the Manticore. So, Aspect of the Manticore. Arena Trickster. 4 mana. Human Shaman. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Arena Trickster. It's not enough to surprise your opponent. You have to delight the crowds as well. Alright. Warbriar Blessing. So one of the interesting things that I'm finding is the story from just the general arc, because you have Ravnica Allegiance and Guilds of Ravnica, which was kind of set up for the war. Then you have the War of the Spark. Then the entire set shifts to Throne of Eldraine, which is almost fantasy, like a dream. And then you've got Theros Beyond Death, which this is based on Greek mythology, and specifically probably focusing to an extent more on the death aspect of it. But it seems like almost someone got slain in the War of Sparks, and the Throne of Eldraine was like their final dream as their life was leaving their body, and then they awoke in the afterlife with Theros Beyond Death. I'm sure that's not what the actual story is doing, but that's what the tone of this is kind of implying. Right, 204. 180, 189, 198, 99, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Warbriar Blessing. 2 mana, aura. Enchant creature you control. When Warbriar Blessing enters the battlefield, enchanted creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Enchanted creature gets +0/+2. So you can force a fight, plus the creature gets strengthened. Next up is Unknown Shores. 49, wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 207, 216, 225, 234, 243, 243, 252. I'm a few pages short, alright. Kind of expecting this not to be exact, so we'll just throw in some more. We'll figure out how many we actually need later once things get more settled, but for now just get enough to get cards in. Alright, 252, 109. Unknown Shores, land. Add a colorless mana. 1 colorless mana and tap. Add 1 mana of any color. Caliph gazed on the coastline, certain her destiny called her here, where the mist-shrouded rocks sang, promising glories undreamed of. The Caliphi. Uncommon. Farika's Spawn. Uh, 112. 2 spots before the other black I drew. 14. as we get a few more cards, these will become more stabilized. Like, I'm not 100% sure that I'm putting spots at the moment, but as more cards fill stuff in, it'll become easier to figure out and see if anything's wrong. Alright, Pharika's Spawn, 4 mana. Gorgon. Escape, 6 mana. Exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Pharika's Spawn escapes with 2/1/1 counters on it. When it enters the battlefield this way, each opponent sacrifices a non-Gorgon creature. So it's interesting because the Throne of Eldraine made heavy use of the exile pile to cast adventures, and now it seems like this set is going to make heavy use of the graveyard to cast creature spells. So, like, it seems like they're going to complement each other fairly well in terms of gameplay. Meadowmai's Prophecy. I may have butchered that, but who cares? Nobody watches. 2 mana. As this saga enters and after your draw step, add a war counter. Sacrifice after 4. So first war is Scry 2. Second is choose a card name. Third is, when you cast a spell with the chosen name for the first time this turn, draw 2 cards. 4 is, look at the top card of each player's library. 53. 79. 36. 45. 54. 53. Alright, Warden of the Chained. Uh, 230. 252. 243. 210. Alright, red and green, 3 mana, Minotaur Warrior, 4/4 with Trample. Warden of the Chained can't attack unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. Strength, Skill, Rage, all have their limits, but Patience can be infinite. Nice quote. The rare in this pack is Shadow Spear. Which is 236. 30, 1, 2, 3. So 252. 243, 234. 234, 236 for Shadow Spear. 1 mana. Legendary Artifact Equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has Trample and Lifelink. 1. Permanents your opponent control lose Hexproof and Indestructible until end of turn. Equipped for 2 mana. A Weapon of Darkness for a Warrior of Light. Alright. Forest. to look into that. Sorry, I may have my spreadsheet wrong just slightly. 253, 254. Yeah. Alright, and our token is wall, 14 out of 14, a common. Defender 04. Alright, 14 tokens. That means lands end here. Begin tokens here, which means 14 will be 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, so, yeah, no duplicates, obviously. I'll probably open a few more packs today, and then over the next few days be releasing the videos. So, yep, thank you. This has been Zigzag. Thank you for joining. Bye.